بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا يا رب العالمين وبعد يا إخوة المسلمين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, today we'll continue from where we stopped last week. Still, we are in this chapter that is telling us more about those group of people that used to abandon their salats often it is rightful time. Two groups we are discussing here. The first group, they don't use to perform their salats completely. So that group we are no longer saying them. We are no longer discussing with regard to them. We don't have any business with them. Whoever doesn't perform any salat, so definitely that one is no longer considered as a believer. That's what our Holy Prophet said. We already concluded that in our previous hadith. But the other group are those groups that, yes, they believe in prayer, they are doing it, but the problem is they are no longer doing it in its rightful time. So this is the group that we are saying. The person that is no longer performing salat, so that one is no longer a Muslim. But the one that is doing it, but he is no longer doing it at its rightful time. This is the person that we are saying. So if you could remember, we started and we moved down. We see so much kind of punishments that will be given to that group of people. So today we are going to another subchapter person. So this person is saying, Matai Umar Sabi Salat. Yes, we are born as a children when we are very small. So but now we reach a particular age. Like when it happens that you are a male person, male one, so whenever you are up to the age of 15, whenever you are up to the age of 15, so definitely you must perform your salat. Whichever deed you committed, it will be recorded. Must be accounted from this your age. But it happens that this is a female. So female, whenever a particular lady reaches the age of 12, so whatever that lady committed, that act must be recorded by this two malak, Raqibu Atid. So whenever you are up to the age of 15, so definitely whatever you did must be accounted and recorded. So here we don't have anyone that is less than 20 plus. So what does that mean? So we are all matured enough to perform all our daily prayers. These prayers, they are 5 per day. So we must observe them. But the observation of the prayers is not what matters. But observing them open their rightful time. That's where the problem is. Yes, you must perform your salat whenever this is the rightful time. This is what Almighty Allah designed us to do. Yes, this is the rightful time for Zuhur, do it at its rightful time. This is for Asr, do it at its rightful time. The same thing with other prayers. So this said, Matai Umar Sabi Salat, when are we expected to announce, to ask our children to perform prayer? When is that supposed to begin? Rawa Abu Dawud fi Sunani. Imam Abu Dawud reported hadith in his book. The hadith is saying, Anna Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam qala, our Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, said, Muru sabi bis salat idha balaga sab'a sinin. Definitely command, ask your children to observe their prayers when they reach the age of 7. When your child reaches the age of 7, ask him to perform his salat. Then our Holy Prophet again added, فَإِذَا بَلَغَ الْعَشْرُ فَإِذَا بَلَغَ 10 سِنِينَ فَضْرِبُوهُ عَلَيْهَا. If this your children reaches the age of 10 without performing his prayer, so then definitely Holy Prophet said, beat him off because of that. You must punish this your children. Now he is up to the age of 10. but he's no longer observing, he's no longer performing prayer. Then our Holy Prophet said, definitely punish this your child. Beat him off. This is what our Holy Prophet mentioned. وفي رواية, then in another narration, our Holy Prophet said, مروا أولادكم بالصلاة وهم أبناء سبع. Then act, command your children to observe their prayers when they reach the age of 7. Then وَضْرِبُوهُمْ عَلَيْهَا وَهُوَ أَبْنَاء 10. Then beat them off, beat your children off when he is what? Abandoning his prayer whenever he reaches the age of 10. If your child reaches the age of 10 without going to the mosque and performing his prayer, our Holy Prophet said, beat him off. You shouldn't what? Allow him to do that. Whenever this your child is up to the age of 7, now start to teach him how to pray. Since from this young age, this is how you can do it. Go to the mosque and observe your prayer. This at the age of 7. Whenever he grow again up to the age of 10, our Holy Prophet said, whenever he abandoned the prayer when he is at the age of 10, definitely beat him off. He must observe the prayer. He must do it during the time. He must be punished. Then our Holy Prophet added again, وَفَرِقُوا بَيْنَهُمْ فِي الْمَضَاجِعِ. Then now, separate them from where they used to sleep. Maybe you might have a combination of males and females. You have maybe 2 males, maybe 1 female lady, 1 female girl. So whenever they are up to the age of 10, so now divide them. Don't allow them to what? To sleep together again. Now they have started to understand something due to the gender difference. So since they started to understand the differences in gender, so now let them be on their own. You lady, come, this is your room. You, this is your room. Now you are dividing their rooms. But when they are like in the age of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, now they can be matched together. Just males and females, just sleeping together without any problem. But when they reach certain age, this level of age, announce them to pray, they must. If they violated your rule, definitely you must beat them off. And then divide what? Their sleeping place. There is no more what? Sleeping males and females together. This must be what? Must be abandoned. This must be what? Free from that. Then قال Imam Abu Sulaiman al-Khattabi. This scholar said, named Abu Sulaiman al-Khattabi rahimahullah, هذا الحديث, this hadith that we are mentioning, يدل على إغلاظ العقوبة يدل على إغلاظ العقوبة له إذا بلغ تاركا لها. This hadith is telling us how to punish our children when they reach the age of 10 and they are what? They are avoiding and they are violating the proper time of their prayer. So this hadith is telling us to punish our children severely when they reach the age of what? Of 10. This your boy or your child reaches the age of 7 or 10 but without what? Observing his prayer. Definitely our Holy Prophet mentioned it that you must what? You must beat him off. So this is telling us like what? Like we are punishing him. So then وكان بعض أصحاب الإمام الشافعي رحمه الله تعالى يحتاج في وجوب قتله إذا تركها متعمدا بعد البلوغ. This is, we are saying, when this your child reaches the age of 10, you must what? Our Holy Prophet said it, you must punish him by beating. So now look at it, he's not up to what? Up to the maturity age. In that, there is no boy, no any children, no any child that will reach the age of maturity at like 10 years. So at least look at the age. But our Holy Prophet mentioned that we must punish this child severely when he's at the age of 10. So what will happen when he reaches the maturity period? How can we imagine that? At the age of 10, our Holy Prophet asks us to punish him by beating. So what will happen when he reaches the age of 15 without praying? What do we expect? How can we imagine this? At the age of 10, we are beating him. So what will happen at the age of 15? This is exactly what? The maturity age. So what will happen there? So this happens like that. So some group of the scholars from Imam Shafi'i, school of thought, they just agreed upon that this boy, our Holy Prophet asks us to punish him, to punish this children or this child when they are no longer observing their prayers at the age of 10. So what will happen to them when they reach the maturity age and they are abandoning their prayers? They are no longer going to the masjid and observing their daily prayers. What will happen? Then they say, إذا استحق الضرب وهو غير بالغ فيدل على أنه يستحق بعد البلوغ من العقوبة ما هو أبلغ من الضرب. وَلَيْسَ بَعَدَ الضَّرْبِ شَيْءٌ أَشَدُّ مِنَ الْأَتَمِ. So at the age of 10, we are asked what? To beat these our children off. So now, after beating, which kind of punishment are we expecting is more severe compared to beating? Just if you have any problem, anything like offense, I will just beat you off. So when I beat you off, you come again with another offense that is much bigger compared to that one. So what is next punishment that I should give it to you? Do you have any? So they said there is no any punishment beyond what? Beyond beating, except what? Killing. Whenever a child reaches the age of maturity, he is matured enough to perform, to observe his prayers, but now he is no longer observing his prayers, what will happen? They said there must be some punishment that is far much beyond what? Beyond beating. And they said there is nothing like what? Beyond beating except what? Killing. So according to them, school of thought by Imam Shafi'i, whoever reaches the maturity age, but he is no longer observing his prayer, he is no longer performing his prayers, definitely that person must be killed. This is exactly what they decided on. This is school of thought by Imam Shafi'i. So when he reaches the age of 15, 16, 17, but you are no longer observing, look at it clearly. When we say you are not observing your prayers, that doesn't mean you are doing like 3 prayers per day, or you are doing 2 prayers per day, you are doing 4 prayers per day. No, you must observe all the 5. All the 5 prayers. Maybe you might observe Zuhur, Asr, Maghrib without observing Isha. Maybe you might observe 3 without doing what? The other 2. Maybe 2 without 3. Maybe 4 without 1. No, you must do all of them. That is your what? Is your compulsory. This is your necessary. You must do this. So, but now you are no longer doing this. So, according to them, they said, whoever reaches this maturity age without what? Performing all his prayers on daily basis, so definitely that person must be killed. That's what they decided upon. And they have their own what? Reason for saying that. They must reference. What is the references? This hadith. They haven't said we need to what? To command our children to perform their prayers when they are at the age of 7. When they reaches the age of 10, we must beat them off. The age of 10, as I said before, it is not up to the maturity age. But now they reaches the maturity age, what will happen? So there must be something that is what? How much beyond what? Beating. So they said there is nothing like what? That is more severe compared to beating is what? Except killing. So whoever reaches this age without observing his prayers, definitely the person must be killed. Then وَقَدْ اخْتَلَفَ الْعُلَمَاءُ رَحِمَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي حُكْمِ تَارِكِ الصَّلَاةِ. Then scholars again, they have what? Like controversy with regard to the person that used what? To abandon his prayer. Tariqus Salat, Tariqus Salat is not the person that doesn't observe his prayer completely. No. He is the one that is performing his prayers but not upon the rightful time. So they said, what is his punishment? How can we punish the person that is no longer observing his prayer when he reaches the maturity age? فقال Malik. Then Imam Malik said, والشافعي, and Imam Shafi'i, وأحمد bin Hanbal رحمهم الله تعالى. Those group of scholars, they said, تارك الصلاة يقتل الضرب بالسيف في رقبته. Definitely the person that is what? Abandoning his prayer, he is no longer coming to the masjid and perform his 5 daily prayers, definitely that person must be killed through what? We need to have one sword, then we will cut off his neck. This is exactly what will happen to him. So please clearly now, are we really doing this? What does that mean? Are we violating the rules, the rules of Sharia? Why are we not punishing the group of people that are no longer observing their prayers? If you have 1 children in your house, if you have 1 son, if you have 2 girls, you must ask this your children to observe their prayers. You as a father, you as an elder in this family or in this area, you must announce your younger ones to do what is right and to avoid what is wrong. Our Holy Prophet mentioned it in one hadith. كُلُّكُمْ رَاعٍ وَكُلُّكُمْ مَسْعُولٍ عَنْ رَعِيَّةٍ. All of you were given a particular what? Group of people or group of something to take care of. Definitely Almighty Allah must ask you upon that. You are your father. Almighty Allah in the day of judgment will ask you on your children. Did you ask your children to go to the masjid and perform their prayers? If not, definitely you will go directly to the hellfire. These your children, did you ask them to go to school so that they can learn how to worship their Almighty Allah? Did you do that? If not, definitely directly what? be channeled to the hellfire. So remember, kullukum ra'i wa kullukum mas'ula ra'iyya. Yes, Almighty Allah give you this what? Give this tax. You must what? Comply. And you must did at exactly Almighty Allah asks you to do. So then, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, all of them agreed upon that. Whoever reaches what? The age of maturity, but is no longer observing his prayers, definitely that person must be killed by what? By using one sword so that you can cut down his neck. This is exactly what is happening. This is the Sharia. Then ثم اختلفوا في كفره. Then they have, this is where they have the controversy. Now, the controversy here is, they agreed, all of them, they agreed upon that he must be killed. Yes, there is not any controversy here. But now, is he really a believer or disbeliever? So this is where the word controversy comes in. Do you know why? If you didn't agree, like just I came to you now, I said, oh, my friend, it is the time for prayer. He said, yes, I will go and do it. Again, I ask you, maybe it is exactly the time of the prayer. I ask you, yes, you should go and observe your prayer. You said, yes, I will go. But you didn't go. I ask you again. You didn't go. I ask you again 3 times. Up to what? The last minute of the time. You know, each prayer has its own time. Up to the last minute of the prayer. I ask you to do that, but you avoid. Maybe you don't want to pray. Maybe you will pray me after the time has elapsed. So if you did this once, I will give you second warning. If you did it, you violated it again, I will give you third one. If you like avoid it again, what will happen? I will channel you to the group of ulama. Yes, they will tell you the truth, and they will give you some preach related to what? To something like violating prayers. So if you consented and agree and come down to observe your prayers, that is over. That is normal. But if you refuse again, that's where this information is vital. So this is where you will be killed by our swords. So we'll kill you directly. So when you will kill you, the problem you have with the salat, are you denying the compulsority of the prayer? Like there is those groups that they didn't agree even with the prayer. They will pray. This prayer is not necessary. We didn't even agree with the prayer. So this is no longer Muslim. So we'll kill you. After killing you, we'll no longer perform salat al-janaza for you. This is condition number 2. We'll no longer perform salat al-janaza for you. And as well, we'll no longer bury you in what? In the Muslim graves. You'll no longer be buried there. Since what? You are no longer Muslim. So there is no salat al-janaza for you. And as well, you will be what? Buried in what? In the Muslims' graveyard. This is normal. But now, yes, you have to believe that, yes, a salat is part of the Islamic pillar. It's part of pillars of Islam. I agree with that. But you deny to pray your prayer. What will happen? Now we will kill you off. After killing you, what will happen? Then we will perform salat al-janaza for you. This is why you agree that you are a Muslim. So we will perform salat al-janaza for you. Then as well, we will what? Bury you in the graveyard of Muslim. This is the difference between two. That one is no longer a Muslim. But this one is what? It's a Muslim. But this person that is what? Avoiding his salat, opening his rightful time. So this group of ulama, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, they have their controversy. This person, is he really a Muslim? No. Is he not? So this is where the controversy comes in. Then they say, إذا تركها من غير عذر حتى يخرج وقتها فقال إبراهيم النخعي وأيوب السختياني وعبد الله بن مبارك وأحمد بن حنبل وإسحاق بن راهوي هو كافر. This group of scholars, they all agree that he is no longer a believer. Ibrahim al-Nakhai is part of them. Ayyub al-Sakhtiyani is part of them. Abdullah bin Mubarak, Ahmad bin Hanbal, Ishaq bin Rahawai. This group of scholars, they agree upon that he is no longer a Muslim. Definitely, if we kill him, we will no longer perform Salat al-Janaza for him. And we will no longer bury him in the graveyard of Muslim. He is no longer a Muslim. That's what they agreed upon. But remember, in the first place, all of them, they agreed upon that he will be killed. Yes, in killing, there is nothing like controversy. But after killing, what will happen after killing? That's Salat al-Janaza and what? And his burial. So this is where the controversy comes. If it happens that you are no longer a Muslim, won't what? Perform any Salat al-Janaza for you. And as well, you will no longer what? Bury you what? In the graveyard of Muslim. This is for kafir. But for Muslim, will perform Salat al-Janaza and as well will bury you in what? In the graveyard of Muslim. This is the difference between two. Then, but why are they saying that he's a kafir? This is the reference. وَاسْتَدَلُّوا بِقَوْلِ النَّبِي صلى الله عليه وسلم. And they reference, they reason with this hadith of our Holy Prophet. Our Holy Prophet said, Al-ahad alladhi baynana wa baynakum as-salah, faman tarakaha faqad kafara. This is exactly the promise, this is exactly the difference, this is exactly the barrier between Muslim and non-Muslim. What is it? Just as salat. What differentiate this person Muslim and this person non-Muslim? What differentiated two of them? This used to observe and perform his prayer, but this one is no longer performing prayer. This is according to hadith. Since you are observing your prayer, definitely you will not testify with what? With faith. You are a true believer. But you are no longer performing prayer. And as well, if you want to perform your prayer, don't pray in your room. You are praying in your room. How will I recognize that you are performing your prayer? No, I can't judge you that. I never see you in the masjid. How will I agree and testify that you are a Muslim? Will that be possible? So at least we need to have what? Testimony. Almighty Allah accepts that kind of what? Testification from what? From his slaves in this world. Whenever you testify to your brother with good words, Almighty Allah will accept such good word from you. Whenever you testify to your brother with bad word, so definitely this bad word will reflect on this your brother. So whatever you are doing in this dunya, please be able to earn respect. Be able to do good towards your friends, your brothers, your neighbors. So whenever you are done, maybe you dead, they will be praising you with good. Ah, that's very fast. He's very good kind. He's kind. He used to attend his prayers until the time. This is very good testimony, very good testification. Please be able to end that. By doing so, Almighty Allah will accept such kind of what? Testification from what? Slaves. Allah's slaves. So definitely Almighty Allah will grant you Jannah with that. So this is it. So at least if you are praying, let us know that you are praying. Always you are praying in your room. How will I know that you are a Muslim? How will I know that you are praying? We can't judge you. We can't judge you. So in praying, there is nothing like Riyah. Yes, he is doing his prayer for the sake of Riyah. No. Come to your colleague, come together with your colleagues in congregation. Just march together in the masjid. Just perform your prayers. Go. This is it. Then, fasl, another subchapter. Then the scholar said, وَقَدْ وَرَدَ فِي الْحَدِيثِ. Yes, it was reported in one hadith again. أَنَّ مَنْ حَافَظَ عَلَى الصَّلَوَاتِ الْمَكْتُوبَةِ أَكْرَمَهُ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى بِخَمْسِ كَرَامَاتٍ. Whoever take care, properly considered his 5 daily prayers, then Almighty Allah will end him some dignities, some good dignity. Almighty Allah will prevent you, will give you good protection. Almighty Allah will dignify you due to the fact that you are very good in what? In taking care of your prayers upon their daily times. Almighty Allah will give you this dignity, will dignify you with 5 things. 1, يَرْفَعُ عَنْهُ ضَيْقُ الْعَيْشِ وَعَذَابُ الْكَبَرِ. Almighty Allah will what? Will ease the struggles of this life to you. Look at how you are struggling from here and there. Since from the day you came down into this world, you have been struggling since up to this moment. Where were you? You are still struggling for what? You have been struggling with the money. How much do you earn? You have been struggling with anything. How much do you earn? What do you have? So remember that this, whatever you are in need to get, whatever you are what you have the desire to have, it is given by Almighty Allah. Since you agree that it's Almighty Allah giving it, how can you get it? How can you access it? Just go by Almighty Allah's rules. Definitely will have it. It seems like you want something from me. How can you get it? How can you earn it? You will be coming to me, just going good deed to me. Yes, I will be very grateful towards you. Then later on, I will give you what you want. If you want anything from Almighty Allah, just try. Go closer to Almighty Allah. How can you go closer to Almighty Allah? Is by what? Just tightening what? The way of worshiping Almighty Allah. That's when you have that. Then Almighty Allah will take off all these struggles of this life for you, due to the fact that you just want to take care of your 5 daily prayers. This is one. Then وَعَذَابُ الْقَبْرِ, the punishment in the grave. Then Almighty Allah will eat this for you. You don't have anything like punishment in the grave. Yes, the punishment started right away from where? Since the time that you are dying. Almighty Allah mentioned it for the group of kafir. حتى إذا بلغت التراقي وقيل من راق وظن أنه الفراق والتفت الصواب بالصواب. If it happens that the person that is dying is no longer a Muslim, is no longer a true believer, what will happen to him? That's when he will have good punishment of what? Since from his what? Dying time. He will start to ask his members. Yes, when what? His soul is about to get out. He will start to ask his colleague that is closer to him. Yes, I have been being just saying whatever he don't know what he's saying. He will start to say, oh, there is Dr. Soso. Just call Dr. Soso. Let him come along with capital, paracetamol. Let him bring Soso. So there is Soso. That will take care of this. That doesn't get anything there. It is almost time. It is almost over. This is for what? Non-believers. But for the group of believers who always wish for ourselves to have a what? Proper dying time. This is it. Then Almighty Allah will take off all what the punishment in the grave for you. Because of what? Because you take care of 5 daily prayers. Just by taking care of 5 daily prayers, Almighty Allah will take off this for you. Then Almighty Holy Prophet said, وَيُوْعِي كِتَابَهُ بِيَمِينِهِ. Then Almighty Allah in the day of judgment will give you your book, your word book, in your what? Right hand. Then that's when Almighty Allah tells us how happiness that we'll have. Happiness. أما من أوتي كتابه بيمينه فيقول هاؤم اقرءوا كتابي. Dear friends, come and see my book. This is my book. There is happiness with your book. There is happiness. You will be calling your cousins. Please come and see my book. Like it happens that maybe you have a good grade in this environment. You are the best. How can you approach your friend with this your result? Wherever you're you'll be going just row by row. This is mine. Whoever will see that. So do you have happiness? Exactly what will happen. But if it is bad, what will happen? Just you will push it inside your pocket. My friend, where is your result? No, I'm here to receive mine. Just go away. This is exactly what is happening. That's the same thing with Al-Qiyamah. If you have good results, that's when you are wishing for your friend to have it, to see it. But when you have your bad results, that's when what? You don't wish anyone to see. Then Almighty Allah will give you your what? Your reward book onto your rightful hand. That's meaning what? Ashabul Yamin. Wa Ashabul Yamin ma Ashabul Yamin. That's your part of what? Al-Jannah dwellers. You will be one of those that will enter paradise. Then this is number 3. This is due to what? Due to you are taking care of your 5 daily prayers. Not this alone. Just taking care of 5 daily prayers, Almighty Allah will give you this 5 wish. This is 3. Number 4. Then Almighty Allah said, Holy Prophet said, وَيَمُرُ عَلَى الصِّرَاطِ كَالْبَرْقِ الْخَاطِفِ. Then you will pass through a sirat. This path that will happen in the day of judgment. There is one path that will cross. This path is what? It is a bridge. Open what? Open Jahannam. It is on top of Jahannam. It is very thin way. So depending on your iman, some will see it like as very big as this world. Very plenty. That's only pass as they don't know anything what's happening there. Due to belief. Some will see it like this way. Some will see it like, some will see it, but to some it will be very thin. To the extent that it is like up to the thinness of your hair. Very thin. So, but if it happens that you are taking care of your daily prayers, Almighty Allah will give you this wish. You will pass through this bridge like Kalbark, like just at the what? Lightning, thunder and lightning, just flash of light, poof. You just pass without what you knowing. After you pass it out, just you will start to ask, I was taught that there is Sarat. I will pass through Sarat every day of judgment. Why is it? Oh, you already passed it. You don't know. Just by taking care of this, your daily prayers. Just take care of them on the rightful time. This is number 4. Then our Holy Prophet added again, وَيَدْخُلُ الْجَنَّةَ بِغَيْرِ حِسَابٍ. Then the person will enter paradise without hisab. Why without hisab? Remember there is one hadith that we are done with. The hadith says, أول ما يحاسب به العبد يوم القيامة الصلاة. فإن صلحت فقد أفلح وأنجح. وإن فسدت فقد خاب وخسر. That's what hadith says. That's the first thing that Almighty Allah will ask in the day of judgment. Your salat, if it is complete, there is no need to look into other part of your work, of your deeds. But if it is incomplete, all of your work must be accounted. This is exactly what is happening when Almighty Allah will grant you the wish of what? Jannah. Then a Holy Prophet added again, وَمَنْ تَحَاوُنَ بِهَا whoever is what? Just observing it, but not in its proper time, what will happen to him? Then then Almighty Allah will punish him with 15 punishments, with 15 kind of punishments. Just your what? Avoiding your salat on its proper time. Not observing it completely. No, you are no longer observing it as it is rightful time. 15 what? 15 kind of punishments. Then our Holy Prophet said, counsel the dunya. The 5 sins from this dunya. وَثَلَاثَ in the mouth. 3 when you come what? To your dying time. Then وَثَلَاثَ في الْقَبْرِ 3 in your grave. وَثَلَاثَ in the خُرُوجِهِ مِنَ الْقَبْرِ. Then 3 when you are what? Coming out from your grave. This is how this punishment will be. So since from your dying time, since in this dunya, that's when you will start to have problem. You are no longer observing prayer and you are always claiming that you are a Muslim. How will that be possible? You have been claiming that you are a Muslim, but you are no longer observing your prayers. You are no longer performing your prayers upon the rightful time. How will that be possible? This is impossible. Then remember Almighty Allah mentioned it. Inna salati tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. How can you do this? How can you go by this? Almighty Allah already mentioned it. But you are no longer observing the prayer. How can you be avoided? How can you be prevented from such kind of things? You might be doing some just very rubbish things. The moment someone look upon you and say, this is a Muslim, this is not a good Muslim. Due to what? You are doing something that is something open to anyone. So at least if you are a good Muslim, these your prayers that you are observing will prevent you from doing such kind of rubbish. Whenever you are observing your prayers, that's some ulama say, some scholars say, if you are observing your prayer, this is a sign that Almighty Allah is accepting your prayers. You will be what? Avoiding some bad deeds. Maybe you might be committing some sin, some bad deeds before. Now you started to what? To perform your prayers accurately. They said, this is the sign that Almighty Allah is accepting this your prayers by what? You will start to avoid such kind of rubbish that you have been doing before. So this will help you due to the fact that Almighty Allah mentioned it. Inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkar. Then what will happen to that? Then our Holy Prophet said, فَأَمَّا الَّتِي فِي الدُّنْيَا. These 5 punishment that will happen to him in this dunya, the first one, يَمْنَعُ عَنْهُ الْبَرَكَةِ مِنْ أُمُرِهِ. In all your words, your affairs in this world, there is nothing like barakah in them. You won't have any what? Barakah in them. You will be what? Performing business. But your business is no longer profitable. You will be coming to school, studying. You will be cramming your books. But always this cramming or whatever is going in vain without anything like importance. There's no barakah in whatever you are doing. You might engage, you might involve yourself in business transaction, or maybe over 1 lakh. At the end, you might end up losing. There's nothing like barakah in your business transactions. So this is Almighty Allah will remove anything barakah from what? From your whatever you're doing in this dunya. This is number 1. Then, finally, the second one, يَمْحِي سِرَاءُ الصَّالِحِينَ مِنْ وَجْهِهِ. Almighty Allah will kill off anything like what? The light of those good believers from your face. You know, in group of people, you might be going anywhere. The moment someone see you, will just come out and just hold you and how are you? How are you? Just greeting you. But someone, if he see you, what will happen? That's this is stupid. Why? You don't have such kind of light in your face. You don't used to do some good deeds. You might be doing rubbish. So just anything you are doing has been wasted in vain. So this is exactly what will happen. All this kind of what? Of light that each believer used to have in his face, you don't have such kind of what? Such kind of light. Almighty Allah has already banished such kind of light from your face. You don't have it. Then the next one, وَالثَّالِثَةَ. Then the third one, كُلُّ عَمَلٍ يَعْمَلُ بِهِ كُلُّ عَمَلٍ يَعْمَلَهُ لَا يَأْجُرُهُ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ. Whichever deed, any deed that you will do, that you will perform in this dunya, Almighty Allah no longer accounted it, will no longer record it. You might be doing good deeds, sadaqah, so whatever, Almighty Allah will no longer look into it. It is no longer good, it is no longer accepted. Why? You don't use to observe your 5 daily prayers. Let's assume I am indebted in you. I give you like 5,000 rupee. maybe as like, I just borrowed you this amount, and tomorrow you come, you started giving me what? Sadaqah for 4,000 rupees. Do you get me? I gave you the loan, something like borrow. You just come this morning to me, I said, just please borrow me 5,000 rupees. I gave you 5,000 rupees out. Then the next morning, you come and give me 4,000 rupees. You say, this is a sadaqah. Can we compare this? You come just giving me sadaqah while I'm what? Indebted in you with what? 5,000 rupees. Why can't you give me 4,000 rupees as my money that you borrowed just yesterday? So whatever you are doing, just give what is obligatory to you before what? Give us something like what? Nothing. There is something that is compulsory upon you, be able to give it out before what? Coming down to something that is not necessary for you. This is it. Then whatever you are doing, like one hadith is mentioned that Almighty Allah mentioned it. There is no, the one of my slave will no longer come to me with anything except something that I want. Made it compulsory upon him. You will never come closer to Almighty Allah unless you perform something that Almighty Allah make it compulsory upon you. Just give something that is compulsory upon you, then you will come down with what? And nothing. Then Almighty Allah said, وَلَا يَزَالَ أَبِي تَقَرَّبُ إِلَيْهِ بِالنَّافِلِ حَتَّى أُحِبَّهُ. Then you will continue to move closer to Almighty Allah by doing what? And nothing. But this your nothing is no longer needed except what? You give out your what? Your compulsory acts. Meaning first give out your compulsory, then followed by what? Nothing. Then Arabiya, for anything that you did, any deed that you did, Almighty Allah no longer recorded that. Arabiya, la yarfa'u lahu du'a ila sama. Whenever you raise your heads, you pray to Almighty Allah. Almighty Allah no longer what? Answer this your prayers. Why? You don't use to observe your 5 daily prayers upon the rightful time. Almighty Allah no longer accept your ibadat and your prayers. Then wal khamisa, the fifth one, ليس له حظ في دعاء الصالحين في دعاء الصالحين. That person doesn't have anything like what? Share of benefits from the dua of true believers. You know now, I can raise my hands, just I pray. So while me praying, you all be included in this prayer. So you will have some share of the benefit of this prayer. You will have your share. You will have your share. But you that doesn't need to perform your 5 daily prayers, this share of benefit from the other Muslims' prayers, you won't have any share of the benefits. So this since from where? Since from the you have this 5. This 5 will what? Will get you. This is what we're going to meet. Then a holy prophet said, وَأَمَّا الَّاتِي تُصِيبُهُ إِنْدَ الْمَوْتِ. But these ones that will get him during his dying time, then فَإِنَّهُ يَمُوتُ زَلِيلًا. He will definitely die while he is what? He is no one. Zalilan, he will have what? Very lower in that. He will die as a very lower rated person. Zalil, very lower person. Maybe he might don't have some group of people that might be attending to his what? To his janaza. Very low ranking there. Then Wathania, the second one, Yamutu Jaya'an. He will definitely die while he is feeling hungry. Do you know, the hungry in dying is not the hungry as in living in this world. Whenever you died hungry, this is something related to Sharia. Definitely you enter into your grave feeling hungry. In your grave, since you are part of the person that will be what? Punished, definitely there is nothing like food to you. So, but since we said food, and now you are a dead person, so why are we in need of food? Now, if someone died, what will happen? His soul will go off, like what our Holy Prophet mentioned. He said, إِذَا أَتَاكُمْ مَوْتَاكُمْ فَأَغْلِبُ الْبَصَرِ فَإِنَّ الْبَصَرِ كَبَارٌ. If you came down to your what? To your dying person, dead people, just close up their eyes. Whenever you came down to the person, while he died, what will happen? You will see his eye open. Is that not? Why is this? Due to the fact that when what? The soul is what? Getting off, the eye will what? Will follow the soul while it is going off. The Almighty Prophet said, when you come down to your what? To your dying person, just close off his eyes. So if it happens that he is part of the paradise dwellers, what will happen? His soul will rest where? in the Hebrew. That's where what the Al-Jannah is. But if it's no longer, what will happen? Whenever the sun go off, it will reach what? The surface of this sama, it will come down to what? So it will go down to what? Down. So that's where what? The hellfire is located. So this is what is happening. So in this case, is it the soul or his body that is in need of food? Now, when someone just died, what are we saying? This just is his body. This body is of no importance. Whether you leave it there or you bury it, there is nothing like what? Something important to that. But due to the fact that our what? Our Sharia asks us to what? To bury him according to what? Our Holy Prophet teaching, so we must bury him based on that. But besides that, this, his body will no longer have any importance. It will be what? Degraded, it will be just damaged to what? To the soil. As Almighty Allah mentioned it. مِنْهَا خَلَقَنَاكُمْ وَفِيهَا نُعِيدُكُمْ وَمِنْهَا نُخْرِجُكُمْ تَارَةً أُخْرَى. Yes, all your body part must be what? Must be decayed into the soil. Except other than this bone. There is one bone, backbone. Lower one, there is sacral. Is it sacral? Cervix? No, exactly. Yes, cervix. So only that bone will remain. So our Holy Prophet said, it is exactly what Almighty Allah asks the rain to come. When what? The day of judgment come, Almighty Allah will allow the rain to come down. So the rainfall will fall down, will what? Will just strike this soil, this ground. So all the body will be coming out as like fruits. So all your Moses will be added up to this bone, then when you will be getting off. So now, is it the body that is in need of food or your soul? So it is soul. Let me throw this question again. Now, maybe today there might be a delivery. This mother will just deliver her baby. Our Holy Prophet mentioned it. إن أحدكم يجمع خلقه في بدن أمه 40 يوما نطفة 40 يوما ثم يكون علقة مثل ذلك ثم يكون مضغة مثل ذلك ثم يرسل إليه ملك فينفخ فيه روح. Then the malak, the angel will come and just introduce the soul into your body in where? In the womb of your mother. So does that mean it is exactly the time that this your soul is being made? Now we see this is a baby in the body, in the womb of his mother. The soul of this baby, when did it been done? Is it exactly the time of delivery that the soul is this soul is being made, or what? So that's we have ideas. Al-Wahuru Dunub Mujannada. So all the souls of each and every creature, they are already there. Only the body is being made. Whenever this is a rightful time, this soul will be picked up, then attached to the body. So now we will start. So whenever you are dead, this your body is no longer useful. So now it is your soul that is in need of food. So since you need food, so definitely you have what? At least you need food. If that, definitely you will be jaya. You will be very hungry man. So like it is almost time. That's all. Only 5 minutes. So let me have a point of, or we can just go back to the what? To the person, so that in the next time we'll just start off from the person. That will be better. Since like there is nothing like stopping point, just closer. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا يا رب العالمين. Inshallah. So really there is question. If there is question, please. The responsibility of punishment. So in Islamic world, there is Sharia, and there is those group of people that are responsible in the Sharia. But nowadays, like we will be swayed all by like the Yahud and Nasara. So like now we are into like something like political words. Whenever you said they said there is politics, you have right, human right or whatever. But due to the fact that in each and every case, Muslims, they are Muslims. And they have their own Sharia. And this is a group of Muslims, so they have their own what? Their law, This law started from where? Since our holy prophet. So still this law is there. So in your own environment, in your own country, in your side, you have your what? Your leader, and you have your court, you have your judges, and you have the person or person that are responsible in killing the person that committed some sin that is related to killing. So whenever this person performs like the same thing as in zina, the same thing as in drinking alcohol, the same thing as this. So we have all such kind of punishments. So whenever that person performs such kind of like acts, so he will be what? Directed towards the courts or judgments. So now there must be what? Some group of people that must testify that yes, we really sure that he did. Yes, if this testification is true and genuine, so he must definitely be what? Channeled toward the rightful law. So this is it. But now that's why we have problem. Always this the light of our deen, this the light of our religion has been already like vanished due to the fact that we are the one that we are consenting. They will just come down and give us their own way of what ruling. Just we abandon our rightful way. Remember this ayah. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَحْكُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ. It happens that if it happens that you are a judge and you just did one or two judgment, but you judge without reading Almighty Allah's book, our Holy Prophet Sunnah, definitely this your judgment is no longer accepted in Islam, and definitely the person you that did that judgment, we have that group. So definitely there is even kafir. So you judge that you did this judgment without going by Almighty Allah's rule, definitely you are no longer a believer. This is exactly it. We don't have anything that will wash you from that. So Almighty Allah mentioned it repeatedly. So if you are Muslim, just go and what? Make a judgment with what? Muslim book. If just you are a Yahud or Nasara, whatever, just go ever and do it. Even the Yahud and Nasara, when the Holy Prophet, they used to come forward. Almighty Allah mentioned it. Yes, they used to come for your judgment. Almighty Allah judge them. But with what? With Almighty Allah's book. So this is exactly it. But now we have problem. But always we Muslims need to keep in our mind that inshallah we will be doing our laws, our sharia and whatever according to Almighty Allah's book. That will be at the safer side. Please let us try and avoid by that. We shouldn't be what? Changing our condition, our Islamic what? Guidance, just going by someone's guidance. This is something selfish. We must account, we must be asked upon that in the day of judgment. So at least we need to consent to that. MashaAllah. Wassalamu warahmatullah. But he used to do all his salat, but not in Jannah. So that's why we are coming there. Just come over to there. Whenever there is one question like this brought to Umar, no, Ali bin Abi Talib, remember, just asking him open someone that he used to pray, but he's praying, so he says he's no longer Muslim, he's a kafir. Now he said, according to remember if it is like Ali or Umar, two of them, one of them. So definitely if we are true believer, so Salat li Jama'ah. If we have an excuse that will be considered in Islam, yes, this excuse is acceptable. So we have such kind of excuses. But you don't have any excuse. You always perform your ablution, just pray in your room. You definitely doesn't have that prayer. You are no longer praying. But if it is nafil prayer, nafil, we don't have that. Our Holy Prophet mentioned it. He said, "La taj'alu buyutakum quburan." Yes, we shouldn't make our rooms like what? Graveyard. At least we need to be doing some prayers in it. But that prayer is what? Nafil prayer. But if this is obligatory prayer, you must come down to the masjid and perform it. Allahumma salli upon the time. It's already time for Azan. So please let's target next week. اللهم صل وسلم في امور كلها واجعلنا بحفظ الدنيا وعذاب الاخره. اللهم برحمتك امنا واقنا شر ما احبنا وعلى الايمان الكامل كتابي والسنه توفانا برحمتك يا ارحم الراحمين يا رب العالمين. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك. الحمد لله.